Hey, welcome to our channel. In today's video we are going to talk about a movie named Black Island. Now let's begin the video. As an eagle soars over the North Frisian Islands, an elderly woman gazes at it from the beach. Meanwhile, Helena stares off into the distance with a look of animosity on her face. Suddenly, the woman sees a dog running towards her and she flees to the nearby lifeguard station. However, the dog eventually catches up and drags her away. Jonas, the woman's grandson, attends her funeral but refuses to speak to his grandfather Friedrich due to their past issues. It is revealed that Jonas's father also had problems with Friedrich, and although Jonas considers reconciling with him, his plans are tragically cut short when he gets into a car accident. Jonas then attends his parents' funeral and struggles to cope, but finds some solace in his friend Nina. However, he soon learns that he will be moving to Bavaria to live with his aunt. Friedrich, feeling guilty about the past, asks Jonas to stay on the island so that they can be a family. A year later, Jonas is happily spending his time with Nina and her friends Jewel and Florian, but things take a turn when their new German teacher, Helena, holds a class on the beach. She reveals that their old teacher was injured on vacation and hopes he will return soon. Later, Jonas and Nina ride to Helena's house to help her move in, but Nina feels uneasy about her. As the boys help with furniture upstairs, Nina discovers luggage with tags from Mallorca in Helena's closet. As Helena catches Nina snooping, Nina tries to cover up by saying she was just looking for wood to cut the floor's edge. Despite Nina's explanation, Helena senses that Nina has found something. Later, Nina shows up with a wounded foot, and Helena tends to it. As Jonas leaves to bring Nina's bike home, Helena watches him intently, and after he leaves, she rips off the tag from her luggage and takes a box from the shelf. Meanwhile, at Nina's house, Jonas and Nina spend time together while Helena burns the contents of the box, including numerous Instagram photos of Jonas along with the luggage tags. The next day, while Jonas is on a run, he meets Helena, who asks if he and Nina are dating. During their conversation, Jonas comments poetically on the sun's rays, which Helena appreciates. However, this poetic nature will cause trouble between Jonas and Friedrich. In class, Helena assigns the students to write a poem in the style of Rilke, and Nina asks Jonas for help. After he finishes Nina's poem, Friedrich arrives and invites Nina to dinner. Friedrich is intrigued by Helena's assignment and asks to read the poem that Jonas wrote for Nina. However, he is highly critical of it and says that it doesn't resemble Rilke's work at all. In contrast, when Nina reads her poem in class, it refers to the sun as a lone warrior, which Helena notes is similar to Jonas's comment during their earlier conversation. Helena confronts Jonas about writing Nina's poem for her, but is impressed by his writing skills and wants to see more of his work. Later, as Jonas bikes to Helena's house, she watches him from behind the trees and invites him inside after he arrives. While she showers, Jonas waits, but he lingers to watch her change. As Helena reads Jonas's writing, she becomes emotional, and he wipes her tears before kissing her. Helena kisses him back passionately and then drops to her knees, unbuckling his pants. The next day, Nina sees Jonas and Helena riding bikes together, and Jules is surprised to hear about it, as he believed that Jonas had feelings for Nina. After class, Nina confesses to Helena that Jonas wrote her poem. Helena decides not to punish her for it, but warns her that she'll be keeping an eye on her from now on. Jonas visits his parents' house with Nina, still upset about Friedrich's response to his writing. He reveals that his father's desire to be a writer was responsible for his and Friedrich's strained relationship. As Jonas begins to sob, Nina comforts him and promises she'll never leave him. They share a loving kiss. Later, Helena takes down the shutters from her windows and hurts her hand while bandagging herself in the bathroom. She eyes a pair of scissors in the sink. As Friedrich is called to speak at a school function, Helena appears in the audience with a new haircut. Jewel and Nina arrive with Jonas and Florian and go to steal a bottle of champagne. They notice Helena and Friedrich staring at each other. Friedrich suddenly collapses as Jonas rushes to his side. Helena leaves. That night, Nina asks if Friedrich and Helena know each other. She mentions the staring, but Jonas isn't sure it means anything. Nina gets frustrated and leaves. As she begins to cry outside, she hears a twig snap but sees no one. Jonas later wakes to find Helena in his bed, and she makes love to him. In the morning, she wakes before him and dresses to leave. Nina arrives at the house, hiding behind a car. As Helena passes her, she starts to enter the house but stops, writing her name on a sack and leaving it at the front door. Friedrich sits at his desk and pulls out the drawer, revealing a letter taped to the side. Its contents appear to trouble him. As Jonas wakes and realizes he's late for school, Nina tells Jewel about what she saw, upset that Jonas would kiss her and then sleep with someone else. After discussing the strange look between Helena and Friedrich, Jewel tells Nina her father noticed Helena as well and had a teacher who looked just like her. Jonas asks Friedrich if he knew Helena, but he denies knowing anything and Jonas leaves for school. Helena later overhears Nina in the office asking to look at old yearbooks. When Jonas gets to school, he learns from Jewel that Nina's in the library. Nina flips through a 1985 yearbook and finds that Helena looks like an old German teacher named Maria Roth. Helena finds her and attacks her, choking her until she falls lifeless on the floor. Nina's silenced but will still learn Maria's secret soon enough. When Jonas arrives looking for Nina, Helena runs into the hall and distracts him, telling him that Nina has already left. As Jonas starts to leave, Helena tells him she enjoyed their time together the previous night. She returns to the library and closes Nina's eyes, then tears down a curtain and wraps Nina's body, hiding it under the shelf. Helena quickly goes to the storeroom where she asks the janitor to borrow duct tape and string. She tapes the curtain around Nina and uses the string to drag her out to a school van. Helena searches Nina's bag for the keys to her bike lock and puts her bike in the van. She then drags Nina's body to a remote section of the beach where she cuts off the curtain and leaves Nina in the sand with her belongings. Later, Helena cries and screams in the shower while Friedrich visits her house. She watches him from the window before turning on the light and dropping her towel. Friedrich rings the doorbell, but Helena doesn't answer. She has more to do before finally confronting Friedrich about their shared past. Jonas tries to call Nina that night, but it goes straight to voicemail as Helena crushes up pills with a knife. Jonas texts and asks to meet with her. Helena loads the crushed pills into a bag and visits Jonas at his parents' house. He asks if Nina said anything before leaving school, and Helena says that Nina was jealous of them. Jonas says that Helena shouldn't have crept into his house, but she points out that he didn't seem to mind at the time. After pouring him a glass of wine, Helena says they should end things so he can focus on his writing. She kisses him goodbye, but he grabs her and kisses her back with passion before making love to her on the couch. When Jonas returns home, Friedrich is unhappy to learn where he's been, but Jonas says that at least Helena is supporting his writing. That night, Jonas is woken by the news that Nina's body has been found. As he goes to the beach to see the site of the crime, Friedrich suffers a seizure behind him. Friedrich is taken to the hospital and stabilized while Florian takes Jonas home to rest. As he grieves for Nina, he struggles to believe that she was taken by the tide. He later asks Jewel what she told Nina about her father's old teacher. When they look through the yearbooks, they find a page missing. As Helena visits Friedrich in the hospital, the others find a 1985 article showing Friedrich with Maria. They learn that Maria lost her life on the beach just 4 years after it was taken. Helena informs Friedrich that he won't be able to speak yet due to his seizures. It's later revealed that Friedrich is Helena's father, and Maria was her mother. Maria loved Friedrich, but he refused to end his marriage for an illegitimate child. After Friedrich ended things, Maria left 4-year-old Helena on the beach and was found dead the next morning. Helena accuses Friedrich of killing Maria, but promises not to do the same to him. The crushed pills are about to reveal their purpose. The next morning, Friedrich is brought home to finish his recovery, and he tries to warn Jonas about Helena. However, he still can't speak. As Jonas asks Helena about Maria, he receives a call from Florian, and she tells him to take it. Helena then empties the crushed pills into one of the coffee mugs and moves Friedrich's bed so he can watch what happens to Jonas next. After sipping the coffee, Jonas falls to his knees from the pills. Friedrich struggles to get out of bed but falls to the ground. Helena walks into the pond to gauge its depth and brings Jonas to the water, telling him everything will be okay before pulling him under with her. Jonas manages to resurface and knock her away before swimming to the shore. After knocking Helena back with a pool net, he runs for the house and she tackles him next to the shattered water glass. As she strangles him, he grabs the glass and stabs her in the chest, ending her life. Friedrich's letter contains Maria's last words, and as Jonas leaves the island on a ferry, we learn that Maria took her own life but always hoped Friedrich would one day grow to love their daughter. When Jonas sees a woman in a raincoat going below deck, he follows her. She points out his island on the map and asks why it's the only one that's been blacked out. Thanks for watching till the end. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.